is this video?
Huh. So, didn't expect that we'd be starting. I thought we'd have to go a little bit further before things flew off the rails, but we just saw, presumably, the Cyclops killer in action on that little video right there, so that was unfortunate. Now the whole Somnium is flipped upside down.
A torso with a...
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Push, hit, choke. Do we have to choke it? We're gonna have to choke it, aren't we? We're gonna have to replicate what happened in the video. Oh. Okay, that's just disturbing. I mean, the choking him, yes, but also Iva's face. Ay, ay, ay.
Consciousness is being affected.
Welcome to the Green Route, by the way. This is a lovely introduction.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
Looks unrecognizable
I'm tired of this. We have no choice but to investigate.
from how we saw this room previously. We strangled it, alright. It's 2 locks down. What else can we interact with?
4 minutes.
Oh good, there's another TV over there. Because the last time we saw a TV, it went so well.
Television.
Oh sure. Let's spin the timey. Or let's spin the dial. Why not? I don't want to watch this.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
This music is ripped straight out of a horror game. What's the shelf for?
Only a shelf.
Pull or push? Well, pushing it will knock it into the other shelf, so maybe let's try that.
That shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
Oh. Oh, you meant that way. Oh, okay. I thought you meant we were gonna knock it over into the other shelves to cause a domino effect, but this also works. This also gets the job done to line it up with the other ones. Also, so something on top of that's gonna fall, I'm pretty sure, when we push this into place. Iva, you might want to move out of the way so it doesn't clunk you in the head. Iva, please. Iva, please. Iva. Okay.
What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
Wait, I'm sorry, beat it to death? Our objective is beat it to death? Let me guess, beat it to death with an iron ball. Oh, great. I thought I was rid of Danganronpa V3.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Throw it down the air vent. Nothing will go wrong.
It is unexpectedly light. All right. Yeah!
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
Well, the TVs haven't led us astray before. So why not interact with the other one? I don't like the static. Or at least there was a static effect. It's gone now. Where's the TV? Where did... Oh, it's over there. I'm blind as to where it is. Okay.
An old-fashioned TV.
Let's spin the dial again.
Iris was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
3 minutes, Dante.
Alright, well, there was a book somewhere as well. Over there. Worn out reference book.
It is a thick book.
Read, throw, rip. I guess we can rip something out of it.
This will be easy. It's more brittle than crumbly cheese. Oh, it disappeared.
Melted down like a grilled cheese.
Alright then. What's left? There's doors over there, gas canister, operating table. There's a lot. We've already interacted with the locker. Is this how we finished last time?
Just a locker.
I don't even know. So much has happened since then. I'm gonna guess we have to open. I think this is how things went last time. Let's open it up.
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
Yeah, I was kind of kidding about the whole V3 thing. What the hell is going on? Okay, apparently we've entered a Rube Goldberg machine. What the hell are we doing?
that is...
Okay, well, I mean, if you needed any more confirmation that my theory was correct, that's clearly Date's body, except we know it's not his body. It's clearly Saito Sojima's body, who we know was the person who killed Monica. It's starting to make my theory look a lot more credible here, game. A lot more credible.
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
I forgot, we're at the point where we've gone back to the point in the story where everyone's an idiot, and they refuse to tell me vital information about a case that's clearly related to the one from you. At this point, you should have enough information to know that this is clearly related to the killings from all those years ago.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Yeah, and now that we have information from the pink group, that this makes significantly more sense, because obviously we know that Saito Sojima was the one responsible, and switch the bodies around, switch the consciousness around, makes a lot more sense.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memories 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really. You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4?
Boss has a serious look on her face. When doesn't she? I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. Big surprise. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Date, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed to the sink room.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
Then what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
Well, here's the thing. Now that we actually... things make a lot more sense now that we understand how... or at least now that we think we understand how body swaps work. This makes a lot more sense now. Because if you look at where this takes place in the flowchart, this is when after we interrogate Iris in the room, right? Yeah, this is after the interrogation. And the reason we're interrogating her is because we saw Renju's murdered corpse at the Sunfish Pocket, which we believe to have been caused by Iris. And the way we understand this to work is that the Cyclops killer passes the baton to a new victim every time he swaps bodies with someone and in turn steals their eye to be able to do so. So at this point in time, we believe the Cyclops killer is in Iris's body, which would explain why her Somnium focuses entirely on the original 4 Cyclops killings. A lot of things that seem to be batshit crazy earlier make significantly more sense now that we understand how body swapping works. So, sadly for you, Iris, we have the benefit of knowledge from other routes. So you're not going to get away with this innocent little, I say Iris if I'm talking to her, but sorry, Mr. probably Saito Sojima, we have the benefit of other routes, so you're not going to get away with anything this time.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
You can't dream of something you know nothing.
Yeah, we literally just heard those lines.
Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. Alright, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a anonymous message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. Yeah, I don't... I guess I'm glad I saved this route for later. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. Is that... Oh, you little shit. Why are you everywhere all at once? God damn it, man. Can we just chuck you into an incinerator already?
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marble, so I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime. No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle. Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance.
And she left the bar unattended to?
She told me to watch the place until she...
Oh, she told you? Alright, so this place is gonna burn down, but as soon as we leave, it's gone. It's over. It's done. She trusts you to watch the bar? That is... Oh boy.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers ever since she opened Marble.
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing, that you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
I swear to God if you fall for this again.
The door. Someone's standing
I
outside.
swear to God if you fall for this again. Don't you do it, Date. Date, don't you dare turn. God damn it, Date, why are you so stupid? I hate it. So bad. How does this keep happening? God damn it, man. Come on. Why are you so stupid? It's Marty McFly levels of deception here. Jesus. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me, my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. And this is why you don't leave the bar under the watchful eye of Ota. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything.
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
No, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning, of course. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
The phone is ringing. Good thing that Oda didn't use the stun gun the last time he knocked us out, so that Aiba would have been able to record what happened.
How am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Aiba.
Yeah, I don't care anymore about this. We know too much.
Iris.
We know too much about this for me to give even a single shit about what's happening right now.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Aiba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
This is just the red route, except it's at the bar instead of in Oda's house. So far, anyway. Except that I care significantly less. By which I mean not at all.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes is the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
Am I gonna have to do battle with another polar bear?
That sick bastard.
Or at least am I gonna have to hear about someone doing battle with another polar bear? And what a random thing that has no relevance to anything else. It's just the giant polar bear of all the costumes.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota.
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
Kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to my core. Well, how much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge, shortly after the image changed.
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
That might have affected me if the green route was the first route I did, but it wasn't, so it doesn't. It's come again? Oh, that's fine, actually. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's totally cool. Actually, this is my new favorite route. A+ for the green route. Green for good. Green for greatest. I mean, I question how the hell that happened, but
There
you know.
you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you, am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
Even if I didn't know everything that happens in the other routes, I would have called pure bullshit on that theory. Makes no sense whatsoever.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as? Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Told the boss what Iba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious.
Then why did you...
I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the
Then
beginning.
why are you... Boss, this is a serious situation we're in right now. We don't have time to be mucking around. I was just kidding, lol. We're talking about a potential murder-suicide here, lol.
I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
What the fuck?
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine, and then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims, Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
Well, I might have somewhat of an idea what those 3 individuals have in common. Just a little tiny bit of an
If
idea.
you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation. Right?
Boy howdy, I wonder if we just finished up a part of a route that has a very, very strong indication of what specifically Renju and Iris have in relation to connecting with each other, and then in turn how Shoko's connected to Renju, which would then make her connected to everything
You
else.
think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Which would be interesting considering how much she actively denounced the theory in the past, which would prove me right all along.
Maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates, and she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras, but there's no connection to Iris. Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too.
Yeah, I did this in the wrong order. You're not supposed to have the information that I have for this interrogation.
But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Oh boy. Yeah, this was the incorrect order to go through these routes in. But we're stuck with it now, so let's just make the best of it. That'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more AI the Somnium Files. Goodbye.